here in Miami. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready. Ready.
This one out quickly to Watkins. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
38. Ready.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 45 on second down. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Out to the right here to Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, first and goal. Tua, fast pass outside, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins! Cedric Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Play action. Now Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's Jackson to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Raven Pressure too much. Down he goes. David Ojabo drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Channing Tindall gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL, but it seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to get that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Real quick.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From way up at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just have a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
No, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On play action, here's Tua, rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a throw here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Play action. It's Jackson. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1. Back now in Miami. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round. There he goes left side. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a short one to Gesicki. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Faster, faster, ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Ready, set. Slide through.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that'll keep this a 19-point game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From midfield, here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Following the penalty, Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to you.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's got Dorsett complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up?